Hi, and welcome to Grande Prairie Real Estate Videos.com. Today we're going to answer the question that seems to be coming up a lot lately with all of the changes that have happened with the Canadian mortgage laws, and that is, can I still buy a home with zero down? And the answer, thankfully, is yes, if you know where to go and you know who to talk to. Now, we have access to a little known program that allows you to borrow your down payment. You don't need thousands of dollars in the bank to buy a house anymore. The fact of the matter is that your down payment can come from a personal loan through a bank, it can come from a line of credit from a bank, it can come from a credit card. And before you discount that idea, just remember that a lot of people have credit card limits that are tens of thousands of dollars. And nowadays, credit card interest rates really aren't that bad. So if you're paying on a high interest credit card, maybe you should look at getting a low interest credit card. But anyhow, that's a bit of a side note. The fact of the matter is that the money can come from just about anywhere. In fact, the money can be a gift from any party not related to the purchase and sale. The money can come from your parents, can come from other family members such as brothers or sisters or cousins. The money can come from friends. It can come from an employer, which actually does happen quite a bit with small companies. In fact, it just doesn't matter where the money is coming from as long as where it is coming from can be proved. I mean, for all that it matters, the money can come from your next door neighbor. Okay, so this program has been created for clients that do have good credit. So if you don't have a down payment and you have bad credit, this program is not for you. There are programs out there, but for this, you do need to have good credit. You may not have been able to save for down payment. Perhaps you've got part of a down payment, or perhaps you've got none of your down payment. Basically, you can borrow up to 5% of the purchase price for your down payment. Okay, what you do need to have verifiable income. So you need to be working at a job, or if you're self-employed, you need to have been self-employed for at least 2 years, and you need to have 2 years of tax returns to make this work. You need to have good credit. In fact, the minimum Beacon score is 650, which really isn't too hard to attain, but you do need to have that minimum 650. And of course, you need the ability to debt service the new loan payment, so the money that we're borrowing, that is going to go into our debt servicing ratio as well as that new mortgage. So we need to be able to be within the limits for debt servicing. All right. And finally, of course, we need to qualify within CMHC guidelines. And of course, they are always changing. But, if you can qualify for most programs with a down payment, you should be able to qualify for this one. Now, properties that this will work with, it'll work with single family homes. That's what SFH stands for. Single family homes up to 2 units. So you can go out and just buy a regular old single family home, or you could buy a duplex, live in one side, rent the other side out, just as a suggestion. But it'll work for a regular house, it'll work for a duplex. This isn't designed for condos, apartments, townhouses, stuff like that, modular homes. It's more for a regular house type of purchase. So yes, they need to be prime marketable properties. The house can't be out in the middle of the bush somewhere. They prefer regular old houses inside city limits. And the rates are still discounted. You're not paying ridiculous interest rates for this mortgage, which goes back to why you need to have good credit, because they aren't going to charge you through the nose for this mortgage. Okay, so that's a brief summary of how zero down mortgages can still work nowadays. If you want some more information on this program, please call Sheldon Swain at 780-978-7943 or visit the website at www.sheldonswain.com.